How can you successfully prepare for a React or React Native interview? Let's start this. Basically, whatever technology you excel at, check the docs of it. Let's say it's JavaScript that you want to check. So you can check JavaScript docs and refresh, basically brush up yourself on the topics that you know that you haven't used it lately, like prototype chaining, let's say. You haven't used prototype chaining lately, read this. Read this, and you will get the understanding back, right? Whenever you'll be asked questions regarding prototype training, you will be able to answer this. So that's it. That's one way. Read all of these references and so on, where you find that, yeah, you might need to brush up on it. You can do the same in React's documentation, React Native's documentation, and most importantly, most of the companies would be using TypeScript in its production code. So please go through TypeScript documentation as well. All of these utility types and mixins and so on. Do it. Go through it. All right. And if you have mentioned any extra technology, like let's say React Query or React Redux or Zoostan, so if you have mentioned it, please check the docs and basically be aware of all of those changes. Like in Redux, we have a few changes, so you need to be aware of that. All right, and let's say there might be few functions and there might be few stuffs that you haven't used lately, but you need to, they might ask you, right? So check that, read the docs. That's one way. Uh, After reading the docs, you'll be basically you'll gain the experience and you'll gain the understandings back. You'll brush up on all of those concepts that you already know. All right. So you'll be able to answer all of those questions regarding the specific technology, and then you can prepare for interviews. Like they might ask you a few questions as well to solve, and they will be simple questions, but they might include some sort of optimizations. Like you might get constraints that you have to solve it with the time complexity of n or of log n, things like that. So basically, in lead code, you can practice these either 75 questions if you have less time, or 150 questions, which is the must do marked as by lead code. So you can do these questions, but this will be having so many questions. But we just want to cover, as a front-end developer, we just want to cover array or string-related questions and all of those things that we use on a regular basis. Like, yeah, we need to do to avoid a links because we use these kind of things on a regular basis in our development. Sliding window, this is also normal as maps. These are normal metrics. We don't use it on a regular basis. Sometimes we use it, sometimes we get some problems like that. So yeah, you can do it if you've got time and basically intervals and so on, linked lists and so on. Yep. And then if you have like marked a folder or GraphQL, you can check the docs and so on. This is it.